So what is Dinger Tuesday all about? Stick around to see. Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. It's your host, me. I'm happy to be here today. Normally, my videos are a full breakdown of the Dinger Tuesday slate, but I had some people say, why don't you make a video explaining what Dinger Tuesday is for people who are new? So that's what this video is. As always, if you like the content, a like, a subscription, a comment goes a long way. But in the meantime, I want to take you through what I believe is the best and most profitable promotion offered by any sportsbook, and that is Dinger Tuesday. Now, this promotion is run every single Tuesday from the start of baseball season to the end of baseball season. And in this video, we're going to talk about what this promotion is, some of the best ways to approach the promotion, and of course, some resources that you can use to become a more profitable bettor of Dinger Tuesday. Let's jump in. So Fanduel Sportsbook offers this promotion every single Tuesday. And I'm going to read you the terms, and then I'm going to talk about what exactly this means. So it says, place a pre-live. What that means is before the game starts. Straight means don't parlay it with anything, just bet a guy. $25, it has to be a minimum of $25 to hit a home run on any game and get a $5 bonus in bonus bets for each home runs hit in that game. So, for example, if you take Bryce Harper to hit a home run, you put $25 on him. If the Phillies hit 17 home runs in that game, you're going to get $5 per home run back in free bets up to $25 per game. So you'll get $25 back, okay? And you can do this across the entire slate. Usually there's 15 games on Tuesday. You could do this across all 15 games on Tuesday. Now, some games are not going to have 17 home runs. In fact, probably none of them. You may only get 2 or 3 home runs in a game. So if you bet 25 on Bryce Harper, and in that game, the Phillies hit 1 and they're playing the Yankees hit 2, that's 3 total home runs. You're going to get $15 back in free bets for that game. Now, here is the caveat. As you see right here, my account says max $50 per day. In years past, 2021 and 2022, FanDuel did not limit the amount of action you could have on this. You could bet all 15 games, and if there were 40 home runs hit that night, you would get $200 in free bets. Now, you'd spend about $400 if you bet them all, but still, as long as you hit 1 or 2 guys to hit a home run, you were profiting. So what FanDuel has done is they have limited some accounts. So this is the biggest thing I would warn you is go look at your account and see if you have the maximum $50 per day reward, or if yours doesn't say that. If yours doesn't say that, you don't have a limit, okay? And we'll talk about what that means in the next slide. So I can only bet up to, technically I can bet all the games, but I'm only going to get up to 10 home runs refunded, all right? So if I bet all the games and in the first 3 games, there's a combined 10 home runs hit, I've already maxed out my reward. All the other ones, I just got to hope I hit home runs or I lost money, okay? So again, it's got to be a straight bet. It's got to be $25 for a player to hit a home run. All right, there is a limit of 1 eligible wager per person per game, and only your first wager counts towards the promotion. Upon placing it, you will get $5 for each home run hit by both teams in the game, up to $25. And mine says a max 50 a day. Yours may not. Normally, the free bets come on Wednesday about noon. This does say it can take up to 72 hours. I've never had it take that long. So that is a little bit about what this promotion is. Now let's take a look at the best ways to approach this promotion. Okay, so how should you bet Dinger Tuesday? Thank you for asking. Great question. So in my case, I have the $50 version. So here's how I approach Dinger Tuesday with the limited version, and then we'll talk about the unlimited version in a second. So I try to bet 3 to 5 games per day. There is usually an MLB average of 2.5 home runs per game. That is just a raw estimation. Obviously, it can be way more and it can be less. So if I bet 3 to 5 a game and I get, we'll say 3 home runs, all right, my target, my goal is 10 home runs. At $5 a piece, I can get $50 back. My goal every Tuesday is how can I get to 10 home runs? So I'm going to bet 3 to 5 games per week. If I bet 5, as long as there's 2 home runs in each game, I'll get it all back. Now, what I like to do with this version is I like to target either bad pitching or favorable parks. And what I mean by that is some parks obviously have worse conditions. A colder park, not going to be home runs hit. Indoors, more home runs hit. How deep are the walls? Okay. How deep is center field, left field, right? All of those things matter for home runs. So those are the two things that I look at, along with other things, but that's kind of the main thing that I would target in this promotion. Now, it's not always going to be, guaranteed. Some bad parks with great pitchers hit 5 home runs a night. So it's not easy to get you started. The other thing that you can do, and what I did last week, is if you bet some early games, and let's say you bet 3 early games, and there's a total of 5 home runs across all 3. You had a bad day, right? If you want to, if there's still a late game on, you can put $25 on the late game and try to get some more opportunities. I did that last week with Trey Turner, and Trey Turner hit a home run in the late game, and I was able to turn what was going to be a negative week into a positive week. So that is always an option. In short, the $50 version is you got to pick your spots. You can't just go wild, okay? So that is how I approach this every week. Now, if you have the unlimited version, let's look over here. You have 2 options here. You have a conservative option, which is if you are new to this and you don't want to go ahead and throw down $400-ish a week, that idea kind of scares you. The conservative version is very similar to the $50 version. It's target opportunities, target spots that you think are going to be good, and only bet 3 to 5 games. Figure out your bankroll. Maybe you say, I got $100 tonight that I'm willing to lose. I mean, it's really got how you have to approach it, okay? I got $100. So you pick 4 games that you like, you bet them all, and if you hit one, you're probably going to profit, okay? That's the conservative version, very similar to the limited. Now, if you want to have the other option that's not necessarily conservative, but what I would call the value or long-term version, it's every week you bet all or nearly all the games. Now, this is incredibly intimidating, and I can call myself a conservative bettor, and this is somewhat scary for me. I mean, there were weeks where I would lose $200 to $300, right? But there were weeks where I would win $500 to $600, right? In 2021, I was able to profit $1,600 from this promotion, and last year I was able to profit $400 from this promotion. So long term, 2 years, small sample size, I realize, but across 15 weeks times 2, so 30 weeks, I was able to come ahead in both times. Now, I am up this year in the $50 version, but it's a little bit of a different scenario, so I'm not going to compare that data right now. So what I would say is bet all or nearly all the games. With this version, I would highly, highly, highly recommend converting your free bets. And what that means is you take the free bets that you get, so say it's $200, say 40 home runs are hit, and you convert that at 75%. I can make a video talking about free bet conversions if you would like. Happy to do that if that's something that interests you. But people don't convert their free bets enough, a lot. They throw them on first basket scores, they throw them on parlays, and now you've arguably lost all the value from this promotion. So the value in long-term version kind of requires you to convert your free bets and to get your money back, at least to some degree. I will warn you, there are big swings like I talk about. But you only need 2 to 3 correct picks a night to break even after you convert your free bets. And I do think that's very possible. Last week, I didn't bet all the slates because I can't, but in my unlimited version, in my video where I broke down every game, okay, I hit three different guys, right? So that is all you need to do to have a profitable week. Now, the last thing I'll say is as warm weather is more common across the year, so as we get deeper into summer, the value of this promotion increases. More home runs are going to be hit. So if you want to start off conservative here through the end of May, and as we get to June, where parks are going to be 60 degrees and above every week, every Tuesday, you start putting a little more on there, build your bankroll with this, deploy it when, the weather's warm. I think that's a fantastic idea. So there is no shame in how you approach this. I will say I'm jealous of everyone who has the unlimited version. I would love the unlimited version. I don't have it. That's okay. So I hope that you guys are able to utilize what you have on this and make some money. So we'll go to the last slide here, which is just simply some resources that I use to make my selections. We'll start here as Ballpark Pal. Ballpark Pal is a fantastic site. It breaks down park conditions and matchups, and it tells you which games are most likely to hit home runs, and that is something I use to pick out my targets since I have the 50% version. Green Means Go Sports Picks. Are you kidding me? Right here, right now, this channel, every single week, I'm going to break down every single game and tell you how are the pitchers looking? How is the park looking? Which players I like? Are there hot players? Are there cold players? Do we see somebody going long, baby? Right? Subscribe to this channel. You'll get a full breakdown every single week. And finally, Baseball Savant. This is more for the math minds. If you really want to get into this, if you want to dive deep into, good grief, I mean, every single split you can imagine, all the historical data, pitcher versus batter, this thing is chock full of just raw data. This is what I would suggest. But this is, they can be intimidating. If you're just joining this and you're like, I just want to pick Aaron Judge to hit a home run, man, do that. But if you want to get into this and you say, who's a value guy I can take tonight based on a matchup, Baseball Savant is for you. So, as always, thank you for watching this video. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you want to talk about Dinger Tuesday in any fashion, shoot me a comment. All right, message me on Twitter, anything. I'm happy to talk about these things with you guys. As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you on Tuesday.